Cody Ko has now officially responded to the allegations of him being cringe.
I don't know whether to puke or pass out.
To be honest, the response was not not that great, but I think that's probably all we're going to get at this point. There was a big drama with Cody Ko, one of the biggest commentary YouTubers of all time, okay? He's in the top 10, I would say. Huge channel, almost 6 million subscribers here. Essentially, Tana Mojo made a claim that Cody Ko had slept with her when she was 17 years old and he was 25. Obviously, that's something that he has criticized in the past and said, oh, that's kind of weird and creepy. And I would agree, generally, if you're 25, you probably shouldn't be sleeping with 17-year-olds. I think that's probably a good standard to have. Probably not a good thing. Even outside of the illegality of it, it's just kind of not a good thing to do. I'd say it's not a good thing to do, to say the least. But Cody Ko has been silent on this controversy overall. We didn't really get a lot of updates to it, right? I did make a video going over this on the main channel, Cody Ko, YouTube's fake nice guy. But there has been a little bit of an update more recently to this whole situation. But I want to walk you guys through essentially the way that this all went down. So essentially, Cody Ko, one of the biggest YouTubers in the commentary space. Everybody knows who he is. He's doing really, really well. Controversial take. Thank you very much. I know. I'm brave, dude. I'm a very brave guy. But there were kind of murmurs seemingly for a while that something had happened with Tana. Like Tana had mentioned it on a podcast and then she cut the clip out of the podcast so nobody knew about it. And then Gabby Hanna had reiterated that claim later on another podcast and she didn't name Tana, but people kind of put the pieces together, but nobody really knew until the controversy started flaring up because Tana Mojo, she did this IRL podcast thing where she accused Cody of sleeping with her. Cody Ko, it's called the Canceled Podcast. And she said that he was in fact a member of the Tiny Meat Gang, which for those who don't know is the name of his rap group, his little duo between him and Noel Miller, right? Let's see if we can find the actual initial clip. I know it's in my video. Let's see here. Yeah, here we go, right here. This is it. Smallest dick of anyone she ever slept with.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, do no one look at me, Cody Ko.
Without much thought, this clip might not. So you can see what she said there, right? And this became a bigger thing. Eventually, D'Angelo Wallace would talk about it, and he had probably the biggest video talking about the situation. Now, I will say, not to give myself too much credit here, but I was discussing it even before D'Angelo, okay? I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT as always, all right? But in fairness, I talked about it, but I wasn't raising hell about it. I was just yeah, I see this, controversy popped up. But D'Angelo Wallace actually put the pieces together for this situation. And Cody has pretty much been silent on this since then. There has only been a few little updates. The only real updates we got were there was a statement from TMG Studios where they said, Cody's stepping back from our project, TMG, which TMG, by the way, Tiny Meat Gang Studios, is their paywalled podcast site. So we had that. And then on top of that, there was also a statement from Noel Miller where he was very vague about it. He was like, I'm just going to let Cody give his statement on the situation. It's his, place to speak, but obviously we're not really working together right now. And that seemed to be a pretty fair statement to me. I don't think Noel Miller has to answer for the crimes or potential crimes of his friend. But Cody Ko has been pretty silent until one thing did happen. Cody Ko was spotted in public, and the H3 podcast talked about it. Not that long ago, there was some picture where they spotted him. I wonder if I can find this on the podcast clips channel. Cody. Here we go. Cody Ko announces return
Cody Ko's
to YouTube.
coming back. Hashtag war's over. No, we're going to say we're going to save that.
Yeah.
We were going to clickbait this for Monday.
You can still do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do both.
He might be he might be back by Monday.
According to this random girl, who I think nuked her account after. Because when I saw this, I immediately went to TikTok to try to find the post so I could read the comments.
When you meet Cody Ko and Queen Kelsey, and he confirms content's coming back soon. So that seemed to be the only real update we've gotten. She met them in public. But Cody has now posted a video on his Cody Trains channel, my bad. That was a mispronunciation of that. And, he's been posting little updates here and there on his Instagram, I believe, where he's doing some mile times. But he's posted a new video. It's called 34 Miles on the Cody Trains channel. 43,000 views in 6 hours.
Okay, check this out. So I use Strava to track all my workouts, and they give you a score, and it's like a current fitness score. So my current score is 57. This is based on, heart rate and, other things.
He's running from the allegations, guys. He's running from them. But this video is pretty boring. I'd say it's just him running, talking about how he's a marathon runner or something. We did get some interesting comments, though, here. This guy says, Chad, is this real? Bro testing the waters on the smallest platform. He has interesting tactic, which does seem to be the case because he's uploading it on the Cody Trains channel, which is a channel with 270K subs, which is a lot of subscribers for anyone, but this is his smallest platform. His largest channel has, I believe, 6 million subscribers, basically. Just joined and wanted to say skibbity on my Ohio guy at while swagging on Sweatstony's Riz Fulcrum out. This money is for citrus ons, much better than Zins. Thank you very much. I disagree. Ons are not nearly as good as Zins. I completely disagree with that. But Cody has ignored this controversy apart from this video. This is the only time he's acknowledged it. So we're going to check out his response and see how good or bad it is. You do have a lot of people who are excited to see him back. We've missed you, man. Our past does not define us. God help me if I was judged the rest of my life by my actions when I was 24, which was thankfully pre-social media. In my opinion, penance has been paid to his community. The rest is between Cody and her, not my business. Good to see your face again. YouTube was not the same. Welcome back. We missed you so much. A lot of people seemingly don't really care, which is interesting to me. Because I kind of thought that Cody had a very, I don't know what I want to call it, like an audience that would really care about this kind of thing. And I mean, I'm not saying it's not something they should care about. I think it makes sense to, you know, not really like when a YouTuber that's 25 sleeps with a 17-year-old. That's pretty weird. That's pretty creepy. But a lot of his audience seems to want him back. Even if you check the comment section on his Instagram, we still love you. Don't listen to the hate. I'll never forgive the internet for canceling you. Coming back to say yet again that I miss Cody. So it's been 9 years and it was consensual. Who gives a is this person? That's surprising. I mean, I keep coming back hoping he'd say something. So upsetting. They could never make me hate you, Cody. Cody, speaking up isn't weakness. Being accountable to your actions isn't weakness. We hope to see you again and hear from you. Don't worry, brother. I don't see the problem. Pointless drama. I'm on your side, buddy, says this individual. A lot of people are being like, hey, Cody, come back. Did we miss you, bro? We miss you. But he's got a statement here that we're going to check out where he apparently tries to address the drama somewhat.
Sweet relief. There it is. There's proof. Oh. Okay, so the race was... Oh, I'm left. The race was awesome, honestly. It was phenomenal. Like, probably the most beautiful course I've ever done in my entire life.
Thank you for the donut,
like,
Jalen.
I spent most of the race just with my jaw on the floor because I just couldn't believe the views. I mean, I knew that was like a beautiful area, but oh my God. You know, aside from the 20 minutes of freezing torrential downpour, the rest was just, I was just in utter awe of like the beauty, like the beaches and the water and the houses and the valley and the bridge. Like it never stopped. It was awesome. And they even changed the course. They made it way harder. The morning of the course, because I guess the day before there was so much rain that some of the course got like washed out or something. So they ended up adding 2,000 feet of elevation the morning of. They made it way harder. And like so many people were just so pissed. Like I passed this one dude and he was just like,
stress aged him. Does he look older? He doesn't honestly look that much older to me. He looks kind of the same. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I mean, I definitely would say he's probably experienced some stress from the situation. But I mean, when I go to his, even when I go to like, you know, the videos he was making before the controversy really blew up, I mean, he's aged,
you know,
for sure. You can tell he's aged. Isn't he? He's in his mid-30s by now, right? Cody Co age. He's 34 years old. So, I mean, I'd say he looks probably about what you would expect the average 34-year-old to look like, to be honest.
it's like, he was going up this like really steep grade hill and he was like, I don't know whether to puke or pass out. And guys were passing him like, I know, brother, what the fuck? This is way harder than they said. And I was huffing and puffing too, obviously, but I think the beauty of the course really outweighed the pain for me. And my time was 7 hours, which I think is good for 50K, I think. I'm proud of that. I felt strong the whole time. My parents also ended up finishing the race, so that's awesome. All in all, it just ended up being a great race and a great weekend and a great birthday. So I'm happy. And now I think the next goal, I think it's time. You know, when I started this channel, the main goal that I wanted to do was Ironman. But I had a couple things in my head that I wanted.
Who cares, bro?
I did the New York Marathon. And now I've done another ultra. Is a 3:30 marathon. Another level of pain. For and what you're conditioning yourself, the hour to just be alive. The thing about this 3
hours later.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna do it. Obviously, I understand I've been offline for months.
Yeah, he didn't say anything for 20 minutes. In fairness, the first 20 minutes is just about his marathon running or something, but he's not going to address it. I think he in the last, looks like literal minute of the video, it looks like there is some kind of addressing going on. There's some kind of allegation responding even.
Haven't made videos for, that whole time. And I also understand if your opinion of me has potentially changed over the last few months. I spent the first half of my career criticizing people and judging people online. So, I don't begrudge your judgment of me by any means. I just think all I can do right now and moving forward is just try to be the best person I can be for myself and for my family, and just try to continue putting the best out there that I can. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you stick around to watch it, I very much appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, truly. And so that's the plan. 3:30 marathon in March, hopefully. And you're going to see the process. So I will see you soon. And choo-choo.
That's it. That's the response. That's it. I guess, like, what more can he say? I mean, he kind of just said it. He was like, I did it. I understand if you don't like me anymore, but what else do I really say about that? I guess what else does he say if he did it? I mean, what the? Should he? I guess he could make like a 20-minute video describing how he had sex with Hannah Mojo, but I guess what else is he supposed to say? What else is he supposed to respond with? I don't know. It's interesting to me that he says, I spent the first half of my career judging and criticizing others, but I was under the impression that he spent his entire career judging and criticizing others. But it seems to me like he's kind of his content has taken a very different kind of, not very different, but slightly different direction in the past while, where it used to be like him calling out like Jake Paul, but then he kind of was shifting more towards just like kind of lightly making fun of people and not really going in super hard on them, like reacting to the button or stuff like that, instead of making videos about, how this guy did this scummy thing or something like that. I think I saw some interview where he talked about that. But yeah, I mean, I guess he did it. I don't know. What else is there? He's like, yeah, I guess if you don't like me anymore, you don't like me, but what else do I do? You don't see that a lot of the time. I don't know. You don't see that a lot of the time. I'm curious how this is going to go long term. Like, is he eventually going to come back to his main channel and actually post a video? Because that seems to be what he's hinting at a little bit. Apology gives off in Praise of Shadows vibes. Inshallah will cancel Cody Co tenfold till he's gone. It's kind of different than that, though, because in Praise of Shadows, at the very least, whether or not he acknowledged really what he did wrong, he did do like a 20-minute video talking about it. But Cody Co was like 1 minute. He was like, look, I shit on a lot of people. If you don't like me anymore, fair enough. I'm going to keep making content. I guess he is in a weird position because he has a kid, right? So it's like if he admits to it, then the kid's, reputation forever is going to be marred by headlines of Cody Co slept with 17-year-old and you're his kid, right? And same with his wife. I mean, his wife must be in a rough position with this, dude. I think her name's Kelsey, right? She must be in a pretty rough position with that. He basically did admit it. I mean, yeah, that's basically what I got from that situation. That's basically what my takeaway was. But yeah, I feel especially bad for his wife and kid who, I mean, the kid obviously was born in the past couple of years, but his wife, I assume, didn't know about this stuff until way later. And it definitely is not a good feeling for her. They have a child together. It's a tough position for her to be in, I saw a lot of people being like, you should just divorce him. But I mean, when you have a kid, it's not so simple. It's kind of a difficult situation to be in when you have a child. It's not just about you guys anymore, it's about the kid too. And, a kid with divorced parents is generally not going to have a better time than a kid with together parents. And on top of that, I mean, it's kind of pointless for me to even speculate on how she feels about it because I have no idea what she's up to or what her thoughts on it are. Turkey Tom and Cody Co collab when? Coming real soon, dude. Coming real soon. Real soon. What do you guys think? I'm curious what, like, if he came back and made good content, would you guys watch and just be like, I don't care? Or would you be like, I'm never watching you again? Like, what is... I mean, you guys aren't really his audience. You're my audience. Although I assume there's some overlap. I assume some people who watch Cody watch me. But I'm curious, like, would you guys, like, keep watching his content and just be like, I don't really care about who he is as a person. He's funny. I never watched him in the first place. I never watched him a ton. I've seen a few of his videos. They're, like, all right. It's just not really my sense of humor necessarily, I would say. I feel like people would just watch anyways because it's technically justifiable. What do you mean technically justifiable? What do you mean by that? I just never found him funny is the main thing for me. There's definitely content creators I watch where, like, they might be someone I'd make a video on, but if their content's good, I might still watch them because it's kind of funny, So, like, I do get it. I get, like, separating the art from the artist, but, I think the thing is you can't just bury your head in the sand. You do have to probably acknowledge, like, okay, well, he did something pretty bad, but I don't know. I can't control what people watch on YouTube. It's the same with musicians. I just can't really consume their content the same after knowing how they are behind closed doors. For me, it's kind of a range. Like, if I find out someone's so bad, I probably gonna have a hard time listening to them. But if it's just like middle of the road bad, or like allegation bad, where you don't really know what the situation is, or I might still listen to their stuff. Although, to be honest, I still listen to Brand New. Brand New is a great band, but the singer of that band admitted to some very bad stuff. But I still listen to the music. Yeah, it depends on the egregious behavior for sure. I think it depends on what it is and like how bad it is. I never watched him, but if a YouTuber I liked slept with a 17-year-old when they were 25, I'd probably be turned away. I think that makes sense. I'm curious how his audience will feel, because there are a lot of people who are like, Cody, come back. But at the same time, those are the most vocal of his supporters. So I wonder if he came back, would it get like 3 million views or would it get like 100,000? I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what it would be like, honestly. Because I feel like the problem for him is a lot of his likability or a lot of his brand relies on him being likable and people liking him as a guy. So that might kind of be out the window now. I would watch him with Noel. His content isn't worth watching by itself. Well, I don't think Noel Miller would collab with him again, to be honest. I think that Noel Miller's probably not wanting to do anything with Cody Ko at the present day. But it does kind of suck for him because they were kind of a dynamic duo. Like, the best work they did, the most popular work they both did was when they were together. And I mean, Noel Miller channel, he's doing pretty decent on his channel. He's not doing bad, but undoubtedly, like, their chemistry that they had was just undeniable and made for the best content. So it kind of puts Noel in a difficult position. I wonder if Cody is still like a business partner in TMG Studios. I would expect he probably is. Some people will definitely view this as a definite no-go. I'm under the impression that most of his audience would be the type that would view it that way. That is my impression. Yes. Most of his audience, I think, would have a very big moral quandary around watching it, I think. That's my guess. Shane came back with little issues. Well, I wouldn't say little issues. I mean, the thing is, Shane Dawson didn't sleep with a 17-year-old. Shane Dawson had some bad stuff, but he didn't have sex with a person under the age of consent. So that is slightly different. But also with Shane, like, he came back, but it's not the same, like, he was getting 20 million views a video. Now he's getting a few million, which is nothing to scoff at. It's not bad, but it's just not the same. And Shane Dawson, honestly, when I've seen podcast clips of him, he seems traumatized. He seems like actually mentally traumatized by what happened to him or something. He's got some kind of PTSD. If you've seen a video of Shane Dawson on, what's his name? Steve O's podcast from Jackass. If you've seen him on there, he looks like messed up. Shane Dawson has been struggling is the name of this podcast. Like, he is so nervous. Look at him.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
He looks messed up.
Shane Dawson. Yeah, dude.
He looks so messed up.
We met once before.
Notice how the dog doesn't like him. Notice how the dog's looking away. The dog will not acknowledge Shane whatsoever.
When we did your podcast
the dog knows.
Full screen. That was a long time ago, huh?
That was, how many cancellations ago was that? I think that was 4. 4.5. There was a half there.
Man.
The
dog is scared, dude. The dog is not comfortable.
We watched a video that kind of chronicled all of the cancellations.
Oh my God.
Are we going to show up on some sort of list having you on?
What was interesting was that, like, it was, they said that in some cases people will, like, build careers, become famous, and then do something like super offensive to people. But in this case of Shane Dawson, he
this is a good. He's sitting there. He's undisturbed. He's unbothered. He's not barking. He is scared of Shane Dawson, in fairness. So he does have the fear of the devil in him. But at the same time, I do like this dog. It's a nice dog. I just watched your New Turkey Tom video and saw the podcast and decided to watch one episode of it. And some of the justifications they make in that podcast to do what they do to animals are laughable. Yeah, Zooier Than Thou is a whole rabbit hole. I did just make a video about it on the main channel, Turkey Tom, if you want to check it out. But yeah, basically the dog sex podcast is what that podcast is. It's pretty dark.
That is not what happened. Shane Dawson was super offensive the whole time. That's actually like what he became famous for, kind of. So then it's like, her take on it seems to be
like, look at him. He's messed up, man. Look at him.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, it was a lot. I mean, listen, like, I'm not one of those people that's mad that I got canceled. I mean, maybe in the beginning.
This is a broken man. This guy is fucked up. He's messed up, man. So I guess we'll see what happens with Cody Co, with Shane Dawson. We've had some major tuber cancellations this year. I don't know how it's gonna go long term. I don't know how everybody's gonna feel about it. I'm curious, like when he comes back, is D'Angelo gonna make like another video about him to like drive more attention to it, or is he gonna let it be? Like, how is it gonna go down? I don't really know. And then once again, I'm really curious how the people that are in Cody's audience are gonna feel about it, if they'll stick around. Isn't this the guy who self-reported after gooning to his cat? I think that's a joke. He didn't f his cat. As funny as it is to say, I just don't think that's true. Even though that is a good meme. It is a good meme, undoubtedly.